What up? It's your boy D back at you with another video, and today it is officially Mock Draft Monday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are doing our first mock draft on this channel for the year of 2026. Now, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go over. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 12 picks. What are we gonna do? This is Mock Draft 1.0. There will be one every Monday from now until the NFL draft. So, without further ado, please like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, let's get into it. Okay, the first pick the Pittsburgh Steelers will make, psych, is trade. We will trade pick 21, round 376, round 5, 159, and the second round pick for the 2027 draft to the Kansas City Chiefs for pick 9. I'm gonna tell you why I traded all that. Because the Steelers need one more wide receiver. And if we really want to win now, if we really want to win right now, I would make a ballsy move like this. Now, out the gate, this is kind of crazy. But let's be real here. The Steelers have 12 picks in this draft. Are we really gonna sign 12 players to this roster? I highly doubt it. So I went and took a crazy swing, and that crazy swing ended up being the Kansas City's pick. And with the 9th pick in the overall draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Tate, Ohio State. Boy, you put Tate on this Steelers offense, we're getting crazy. Okay, what I truly believe, do I know the Steelers need a quarterback? Duh. In my opinion, would I pick Ty Simpson? Hell no. I'm sorry. No, I don't see it. But what I will say is, if you put whoever's playing quarterback, Will Howard, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, whoever's playing quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you need to load the Steelers offense. When you look at the Steelers defense and how much money we invested into the Steelers defense over the years, we good over there. Because when we invested highly into the defense, the offense had to struggle. It's about time that the offense holds their own weight. We should not be losing games when the defense gives up 14 points or 7 points or 1 touchdown and like 4 field goals. We should not be losing games like that. It's about time the offense pulls their weight. And in the new Steelers era with Mike McCarthy, I think it's time the Steelers should do something very ballsy. That ballsy move would be Tate. For Tate to be able to catch a pass from Aaron Rodgers, and our offense with Michael Pittman Jr. and DK as your respective outsides, we're cooking. Okay, this would be a crazy move that would help the Pittsburgh Steelers tremendously. Tate to the Steelers. What a baller. Because let's be real here, Tate is probably the #1 receiver in this class. You heard it here first. I hope that 4-5 puts him back to 9 or 10. Because if he gets out of the top 10, I do expect Omar Khan, the Con Man, to be on the phone lines on the I-10 by 10.
Nate Johnson, Capricorn. Check my dinner records, Jack.
Next, pick 4, the second round, psych, we traded again. We got 12 draft picks. We might as well use them like weapons. So we have sent our round 2, 53rd pick, and our round 3, 85 pick, because we have two third round picks. And I sent a round 6, 213, and a round 7, 224. Honestly, we don't really need them. So I sent all of that to the Jets so we can move up to pick 33. So now we're at the top of the second round, and the person I took in the second round is guard Pregnan. Boom. Now we hit receiver, and we ended up getting a top guard in the draft. Wide receiver, left guard. We could stop right here. Pregnan definitely could be a first rounder. He is a dog for sure. He's an absolute dog. He's a big ass dude. And I think he would help our offensive line tremendously. I'm all about fortifying our trenches and getting our trenches good so Aaron Rodgers feels protected, so he has time to throw some of these deep routes and deep passes to guys like Michael Pittman and Tate and DK Metcalf. I feel like Pregnan would definitely help, especially in the run game. We got 2 big dogs in the run game, and they're going to need to eat because that's how our offense is going to work. So Pregnan to the Steelers. You damn right. Now, round 3, I did something a little different. Just a little. Round 3, I did something a little different, and I kind of chose on potential and the potential of Mike McCarthy. Everybody calls Mike McCarthy this big quarterback developer. That's what they always call him as. That's what they list him as. So, with this pick, I wanted to see Mike McCarthy put his money where his mouth is. And with that being said, with round 3, pick 99, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Drew Aller. Now, are there some real mechanical things wrong with Drew Aller's game? Yes. And honestly, there's always a thing at Penn State where they always beat the shit out of the lower teams, but then they always choked in the big moments, which ended up getting damn near everybody at Penn State pretty much fired because they choked in the big moments always. But when you see the size and the frame of Drew Aller and some of the weird off-ball throws that he can do, if Mike McCarthy is this big quarterback developer, I would love to see him work with Odell Howard and Drew Aller. I would love to see it. Now, am I more on the side of wait till the 2027 draft to try to get a quarterback? Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm not going to lie to you. But off potential alone, and if Mike McCarthy really is a quarterback developer like people make him out to be, I would love to see him and Will fight it out under Mike McCarthy's system going into next year if they don't feel comfortable taking another one. I would like that. I want Aaron Rodgers back this year no matter who we get. But I do think Drew Aller has some upside, especially with his talent. And if somebody could work and tweak him to do things correctly and fix some mechanical issues that he has, I truly feel like he could be somebody who surprises us. So I kind of took this one with a potential because honestly, if you ask me, if we got Tate and Emmanuel Pregnan, we're good. We don't gotta do nothing else, if you ask me. All right, round 4. So we traded back a little bit. The Chargers went and wanted to move up 2 spots. They went from 121. We went from 121 to 123, and we got a 7th rounder for next year. Cool. So with the round 4 pick, the Steelers select tackle Brian Parker II, Duke. Good player. Very solid player. Duke actually really was a solid team last year. I think Brian Parker is a good move for us, especially because you're not doing something that's loud. Okay, before Broderick got a serious neck injury, he really wasn't playing that bad. And then on top of that, Dylan Cook actually came in and didn't play that bad until he ran into the Houston Texans. So I think with that being said, I do think adding Brian Parker II into this would also, you're not going just round 1 tackle to start immediately and Broderick never plays again. And also you're also still giving Dylan Cook a chance to earn his stripes too. So I think this would be a solid depth move at the tackle position. And I feel like in these later rounds, that's pretty much where we're drafting because we have a lot of needs that are already met through free agency. So I went with tackle Brian Parker II in the 4th round. But we have 2 4th round picks. And round 4, 135, I went the Pittsburgh Steelers select guard Bo Stevens, Iowa. Listen, I'm all about the trenches, and everybody knows Iowa's offensive line, they got busy last year. They have, the mullets be flying out there because they get busy. Him and Jennings Dunker, Bo Stevens, they have a center, I believe this is going in the later rounds, Logan Jones, don't quote me on that. They get busy out there in Iowa. Them little Cornhuskers, yeah, bring that over here. Bring that over here. Bo Stevens, I think he could be a baller for us, especially backing up Mason McCormick, or if there's a guard, if Pregnan gets injured, or if there's another guard who fills that spot, I feel like he would be a great rotational piece for us. I think Bo Stevens would be a dog for us, and I would really love to have him on our team and just fortify those trenches. I want our offensive line to be nasty and gritty. I want to be destroying people off the ball. And I would love to see it. And I think Bo Stevens would be able to help us with that, even though Mason McCormick has been balling for us. So I think fortifying those trenches on both sides of the ball will always work for me. Next, with round 5, pick 151, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Ephesians, Prysoc, cornerback from Washington. The The Steelers seem to be really high on him. I believe he's one of our top 30 visits, actually. I think he's a solid corner, and he'd be a solid rotational piece. I would expect Ephesians to be kind of our, hopefully, new James Pierre. James Pierre is now in the Minnesota Vikings. I wish him nothing but the best, and I just feel like he would be able to plug and play through a lot of time. There's a lot of guys in our DB room, and I just feel like he would be more of a depth piece. Hopefully that can grow along, especially since Corey Trice really is always hurt. No disrespect to bro. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It don't look good. It don't really look good. So I would love to see Ephesians Prysoc get his shot with the Pittsburgh Steelers in round 5. Round 6, pick 214, I took wide receiver Kendrick Law. Kendrick Law is a very solid player from Kentucky. I think he can move. I think he's more of another one, a more depth piece, maybe a special teamer, maybe kick return, maybe one down the line. But also, I think this move would put pressure on Roman Wilson and be like, yo, you ain't really do much in your first 2 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some gotta give. And I would love to see, and maybe Kendrick Law could be the person who challenges him for that 4th or wide receiver 4, maybe even wide receiver 5 spot. I think it would be a great thing to do, in my opinion. So I would take Kendrick Law in the 6th round. 7th round, with the final pick 237, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Connor Tolson, Missouri center. Now, why did I take a center? Because the Steelers, besides Zach Frazier, the Steelers don't have a center, okay? I believe we do. I forgot his name, but okay. I would not mind taking another young, stout guy at center just in case if anything happens to Zach Frazier. In my opinion, Zach Frazier is one of the best centers in the league, and I want to keep him there. So this is not a rebirth move. It's just something to get more depth just in case anything happens to him. So that is my picks 1 through 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carnell Tate, Emmanuel Pregnan, Drew Aller, Brian Parker, the 2nd, Bo Stevens, Ephesians Prysoc, Kendrick Law, and Connor Tolson. Now, let me ask y'all this. If those names that I just listed, just ran through them all, were the newest members of the Pittsburgh Steelers, how excited would you be for the 2026 season? Let me know in the comments below. But other than that, it is Mock Draft Monday. This is Mock Draft 1.0. It has been your boy D, Forever Gang. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. And until next time, peace.